Congrats. Congrats on making the first step to click on this video to tell you my secrets on what I wish I knew before I started training. If you haven't heard of me yet, my name is Max and I've generated just shy of 100 million views in the past few months, purely on my physique. Now in these past few months, I've been getting asked constantly, what is my workout plan? What do I do? How did I achieve my physique? And I'm about to tell you right now, how I went from this to this. Let's do it. So on to part one of what I wish I knew before I started training, which is the actual training itself. I wasted so much money buying online courses, jumping in between programs that didn't work, and adjusting my diet so many times, all for it not to work. Keep in mind, the first year of training, I had no progress. I was training blindly, only because I didn't follow a good diet. You should be training, keeping in mind progressive overload. Now, what does progressive overload mean? Progressive overload, to put it simply, is just getting stronger every single week. So let's say last week, I lifted 35 kilos on bench press. This week, I should be going for 38 kilos on bench press, even if it's for less reps. I should still be prioritizing stronger weight. Not till my form gets bad, but just enough to maintain a good form for a lower rep range. Until you get into the high rep range again, and you can progressively overload again in the following weeks. Next, you gotta stick to a specific training program. You can't be homie hopping your training workouts. You gotta stick to one, and maybe if you tried it for a couple months and it doesn't work, then you could switch, but at least give it a few months. Second up, on things I wish I knew before I started working out, is a diet. Diet is maybe 80% or if not 90% of your progress. Oh, and here goes people. Dieting is too hard, dieting is too hard, I can't follow a diet, it's too hard. You know what else is hard? Pause, I did not mean it like that. But to get abs is hard. To get a good physique is hard. So you gotta do what's hard to get what people don't have. Now I'm gonna tell you exactly for free how to track your calories. To eat real food is the most important thing. You have to eat real food, not mass gainer, not protein powder, eat real food. That's so important. Next, I wanna say, you should be eating 1 gram of protein per pound body weight. So let's say you're fat and you weigh 210 pounds. You should be eating 210 grams of protein. And then if people look at you and you're all skin and bones, let's say 120 pounds, you should be eating 120 grams of protein at least. Now your next question, how do I track calories? Super easy. Open up MyFitnessPal. It'll ask you to fill out a couple of things, super simple, like your weight, age, activity level, and other relevant information. Now once you download MyFitnessPal, it will tell you for absolutely free how many calories you need to eat, how many calories you need to cut out
6, 7,
to look exactly how you want to look. And you track your progress on the scale. And once you've constantly been doing this for a few weeks, then you'll see things start to change. Track your progress with the scale and in the mirror. But don't forget to track everything that goes inside your body. Whoa.
Secondary question, no Diddy.
Hold up, that doesn't even sound right. You know what I mean. If you drink alcohol, if you drink Coke, if you drink milk, you know what I mean, you gotta track that. Even if you have a little cheap piece of bread on the side, track that. On to the third part of what I wish I knew before I started working out. It's supplements. Now for part 3, I got 3 supplements, super simple, that everyone must have. First off is creatine. For the people that say, oh, creatine will make me bloated, creatine will make me gain weight. Take creatine. It's the most researched supplement in the world. And you would be ignorant not to do so, especially because it's one of the cheapest supplements too. Disclaimer, if you do decide to take my advice, which you probably should if you're still watching this video, to drink a lot of water. Because without water, creatine won't work. Second most important supplement, protein powder. But like I said earlier, you might be thinking, okay, you just said not to take protein powder. Not protein powder, eat real food. Why is he not saying to take protein powder? I'll tell you exactly why. Protein powder is used as an alternative. Let's say you're in a rush, you don't have time to make a meal. Boom, milk, protein, or water, protein. That's basically your meal to get in fast protein for the day. It's not something you should rely on. It should be as like a second backup. If you're like me, if I'm in a rush, I don't have time to make a meal before my date, before my workout, before anything, boom, cup, milk, protein, ready to go. If I do have time, which most of the time I do, I will make a meal, which I suggest everyone to do, make a meal. Look, I'm putting it super simple for you guys, you can't miss it. Last but not least, pre-workout. Actually, it is the least, it's not as important as the other two. But look, pre-workout has certain ingredients in it that carry more blood to the muscles that you're working out. What does this mean? So look, quick example. I'm here, I'm working my biceps, right? Boom, 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 boom. Bicep curls. With most pre-workouts, I'll put one here, boom, boom, boom. While I'm doing those bicep curls, blood is going to the muscle for a pump. Ingredients in the pre-workout will emphasize it by carrying more blood to that muscle so you can feel it better. It's very important as you're starting out, as you won't have such a good mind-muscle connection, for you to really understand the muscle you are working. And then maybe one day your biceps will look like this. If you're sensitive to caffeine, I suggest you don't take a pre-workout that has 400 milligrams of caffeine, enough to take down an elephant. Me on the other hand, I have a horrible addiction to caffeine, so I need enough caffeine to take down 5 elephants. Quick disclaimer, fitness influencers online will try to scam you, but I'm here to tell you the real deal. Do not take supplements that I didn't just name. If someone tries to sell you some fat loss pill from TikTok shop, if someone tries to sell you some Turkesterone BS, don't buy it. You're just wasting your money. These pills are all placebo and do not work. Appetite suppressant, none of this stuff works. It's just a scam. Alright, finally, to wrap up the segment, what I wish I knew before I started working out, volume 4, is insecurity. I feel like most people are insecure when they first start in the gym. But I'm here to tell you, no one cares more than you. It's not that serious. Everyone is in there to better themselves. If someone's out of shape, I'd be like, damn, they're fat. But at least they're in the gym working on themselves to get better. So I respect that. You know what I mean? No, I don't actually think that. I'm joking. Because if someone's in the gym bettering themselves, I'm happy for them. And so is everyone else. And half the time, I'm always focused on my own workout. So is everybody else. Everyone's in there to better themselves. So you shouldn't really care. It's not that deep. Someone told me this and I never forgot it. They said, you will never be criticized by someone that's doing better than you. Hold on. One more time. You will never be criticized by someone doing better than you. Look, I go up to people all the time. I'm like, yo, you look great. Am I lying? Hell yeah, I'm lying. But at least give them some encouragement, you know what I mean? And if someone's criticizing you, chances are they're probably just jealous. Or they get beat at home. Alright, my third point is comparison is a thief of joy. Look, let me show you guys why you shouldn't compare yourselves to other people on social media. I'm keeping it real right now. So look, this is how my abs look regular, right? If I switch to proper light, this is how they look. Big difference, right? I thought so. Look, same thing with your arms. Right now, my arms do not look that big. Even though I'm 6'4" and 6'5" actually. This is how they look under good lighting. How the hell did my arms just double in size? Okay, and one more thing I want to say is results come in months, not weeks. When I had everything figured out, I was on track with my diet, I was training regularly, results came in months, not weeks. Maybe I might see something different in the mirror, like one more vein pop out, or I might gain some weight on the scale, which is good because I started off skinny. Real results come in months. That's the unfortunate truth. And look, I know that's not what y'all want to hear, but I'm here to give you the truth, right? You want to know what I wish I knew before I started working out, here it is. And I know it might feel like I rushed over some of the things in this video, but look, I have a step-by-step plan, not missing out one single step on how to build your dream aesthetic. I'm working very hard to get this program out as soon as possible. But look, I really have some extremely valuable information in there. And I'm not here to sell you some 30-day BS course. This is the real deal of what I learned in 4 to 5 years of working out and how you could build your dream physique. So before I end this video, I want to say, if you're new, subscribe obviously. I mean, I don't even know if people made this far in the video because everyone's attention span is so low. And do not forget to enjoy the process. Look, it's a fun process. It's gonna take a while. You're gonna meet a lot of great people in the gym. So enjoy the process. You got this.
You say